This is my toaster. Don't question why it's on my bed. It's perfectly normal.
I be doing weird shit when I'm alone.
This here appliance you probably used this morning. It's used to burn bread to make it slightly crispy and make it delicious. That's pretty much its only purpose. But behind this here carb charmer is a saga of 100+ years that is a mix of design chaos, absolute pettiness, and the most insane, out-of-pocket, unhinged marketing strategies to ever grace the world of kitchen appliances. So today we honor the real MVP of breakfast. This is the design behind the toaster. Early toasters were not about convenience. They were about survival. You took stale bread and charred it over a fire to make it edible again. Metal toasting forks, these wiry contraptions, they were our ancestors' version of culinary innovation. Nothing popped up, nothing beeped, you just stood there, staring at this bread cooking, waiting for it to be ready. Toasting was a full contact sport back in the day. You know, you kind of just sat there like a pioneer peasant. Then came electricity, and a widespread adoption of it too, and things besides just the light bulb. And right behind it, the reckless decision to shove that electricity into a small metal box. In 1909, GE dropped the D12, the first commercial electric toaster. And when I say commercial, I mean it was mostly used in hotels because it was expensive, it was ugly, and a little dangerous. No timer, no automatic shutoff, just exposed wires. It really loved to start fires. If your toast burned, it was a skill issue. Everything changed in 1921 when Charles Streit invented the pop-up toaster, because apparently people don't like watching bread slowly die while just holding tongs. The Toastmaster 1A1 dropped in 1926, and it looked like it came off of a 1930s luxury car. Chrome, heavy as hell, and finally had an automatic shutoff. This was the golden era. Toasters were stylish, functional, not a bit of plastic in sight, just pure Art Deco magic with molten hot metal. Post-World War II America hit peak domestic bliss though. And toasters, just like just about any appliance in the mid-1900s, became status symbols. Every brand was cranking out their own chrome box with dials, timers, and colors that looked like Barbie crashed into a Ford dealership. You had toasters with built-in butter warmers, toasters with auto-lowering bread trays, even a freaking toaster radio, because clearly toasting bread just wasn't immersive enough by itself. Designers went off the rails. Function started to take a backseat to gimmicks. But hey, it looked great on your Formica countertop. And then came the dark ages. From the 80s to the early 2000s, toaster design hit rock bottom. Beige, black, plastic. Everything looked like a rejected VCR prototype. They were mass-produced, soulless, and honestly, you were lucky if they toasted evenly. They didn't pop up with flair. They just kind of gave up and flopped out your bread and kind of like, hey, here, I tried. This was the age of mediocrity in all things design. You didn't own a toaster, you tolerated it. But now we are out of the dark ages of toasters. Our toast is now toasting evenly once more. Today, we are in a toaster renaissance. And like any renaissance, it's equal parts brilliance and delusion. You've got the Balmuda steam toaster from Japan, $300 USD to mist your bread into perfect fluffiness. You've got smart toasters with Wi-Fi, glass toasters so you can watch your toast die in real time. In that case, just go back to the ancestors' method of toasting it over fire. It's the same shit for a lot cheaper. Retro toasters that look like they were designed by the Fallout dev team. And then there's novelty. Pikachu-shaped toasters, Hello Kitty branding. One model even lets you print a selfie onto your toast. In terms of design, it's all over the place now. Minimalist monoliths, rounded pastel retro clones, brutalist rectangles that look like they work at a Berlin architecture firm. We've essentially gone back to that mid-century full of gimmicks idea. But then again, that describes just about a lot of things in design in the modern era. So what have we learned? Toasters are one of the weirdest evolutionary branches in the field of industrial design. Born from practicality, raised through over-design, lost to cost-cutting, and now reborn as art pieces that just happen to roast gluten for you. And through it all, the toaster remains our faithful little appliance. A little janky, but it's always there. So, the next time that your toast pops up perfectly golden, look at your toaster. Give it a nod. It has survived way more aesthetic identity crises than a lot of 2000s fashion trends. Remember, it's not just toast, it's a lifestyle. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, follow me on all my socials. All those links are down in the description. Welcome to The Design Behind, a new series that explores the design behind pretty much just a lot of random different items that you use throughout your everyday life that you don't really give a second thought to. Histories and design choices and people and lore that you wouldn't ever expect to exist behind the things that you use on a regular basis. If there's any objects that interest you specifically, let me know down in the comments and we will get to them. I hope that wherever you guys are, whenever you guys are watching today's video, you have a great, wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next one.